Hi, friends, it's Deb of Peaceful Wellness, and I'm here to share with you how you can incorporate sound healing into your meditation or yoga practice. Now, this was the number one question on the poll that I placed in the Facebook group. And certainly, if you want to join our Facebook group, you can certainly do that as well too. I'll have that in the description. So let's explore a little bit about sound healing, the history, the benefits for the mind, body, and spirit, and how to use sound healing for your meditation or yoga practice. Now, sound healing has been used for centuries in many cultures as a form of therapy to promote relaxation, stress reduction, and healing. So today we have a wide range of instruments available to use, and many of those I use myself when I do sound baths and sound healings, whether it's online or in Madison at my studio. So one of them is Tibetan singing bowls, as you can see by the two bowls that I have here. Crystal singing bowls, gongs, bells, drums, even your voice can be used for sound healing. So sound healing is very beneficial for people who have concerns about physical conditions and want to use sound therapy alongside conventional medicine. I use sound healing myself. I have fibromyalgia and I have other conditions that are helpful and helped with sound healing. And it's also helpful for those who may feel stuck and they want to move forward or to shift old patterns that you might be repeating in your life. Additionally, as I said from the beginning here, that sound healing is a great way to de-stress and unwind. When we take the scientific approach here and look at it that way, we can see how sound and vibration can calm the mind, relax the body, and also connect us to our divine presence. So by using sound instruments for meditation, we can balance the left and right hemispheres of the brain while creating new neural pathways. And so sound can also affect cell structures, restore the body to its normal frequency, promote deep relaxation and stress reduction, and interrupt the pain cycle. By using sound instruments for meditation, we can balance the left and right hemispheres of the brain while creating new neural pathways. Sound can also affect cell structures, restore the body to its normal frequency. Think of that as like an orchestra. If the orchestra's out of tune, then it's not going to sound very good. It's not going to make great music. But when everything is in tune, everything's in that normal frequency, it does promote deep relaxation and stress reduction and can interrupt the pain cycle. So let's look at it from the spiritual aspect. So sound vibrational healing has a strong relation to our spiritual life. It can amplify our connection with our inner wisdom, with the voice, the true self, our basic goodness, whatever words you use for your divine consciousness. And using these sound instruments for meditation can assist our focus and our concentration and lift our intention to those higher consciousness levels. It can balance energy particularly in the chakras, those energy centers in the body. It can also help us with deepening our stillness and center and ground us. So let's take a look at using our voice for sound healing, something we don't really think about. So chanting mantras is often included as a part of sound healing because it can have a very powerful effect on the mind, body, and spirit. Now, mantras are sacred sounds or phrases, words, that are repeated during meditation or other spiritual practices. And I do have a class online on Thursday mornings where we are using different mantras each week. I record the class so you can always take a look at it in the library as well too. So chanting mantras can help, guess what? Calm the mind, reduce stress, promote a sense of inner peace and well-being. And it has such a range of benefits for the mind, body, and spirit, right? Calming the mind, as I just said, reducing stress, promoting relaxation, but also those physiological effects on the body. And again, balancing those chakras and promoting overall health and well-being. So here's some of the examples of mantras that you can use. Om is one of the most well-known mantras. It's the sound of the universe. And that's one that I've done in a recent mantra class. Soham, that's another one we've done in a recent class. That's a Sanskrit mantra that means I am that. Om Mane Padme Hum is a Tibetan Buddhist mantra translated as the jewel in the lotus. And I love that one because it really promotes compassion and wisdom. Now, of course, you can use English words too. You don't have to use Sanskrit at all. You can use something very simple as I am love. Just even think of that. I am love. Repeating those mantras. I am peace, or I am present, or I trust the universe. And you can use any positive affirmations, really, that you like. So, using a singing bowl during your yoga practice can be a very powerful way to deepen your meditation, your mindfulness, and overall sense of relaxation. So, for instance, if you have a yoga practice, before starting your yoga practice, take a few moments to set your intention and create a peaceful environment. Now, you can choose a specific mantra, as I just spoke about, or an intention to focus on, such as I am calm and centered. Or you can simply focus on your breath. So you can even chant that for a little bit as well too. For a few minutes, I am calm and centered. Maybe do that with me. I am calm and centered. I am calm and centered. I am calm and centered. Can you feel that already? So during the yoga practice, before you even begin, maybe you want to gong the bowl as you begin. And during your yoga practice, you can use the singing bowl to help you transition between the poses, deepen your meditation, or enhance your relaxation. So, for example, you can start by striking the bowl before moving into a new pose to help bring your focus and attention to the present moment. Beautiful sound, isn't it? And you can also play the bowl during Shavasana, which is that final relaxation pose, to really deepen your sense of relaxation and promote a meditative state. So when we're using singing bowls, for instance, for meditation, and you can join me at the studio on Sunday mornings at 10:30 for our meditation circle, where we start off actually with a short meditation. And then what I offer is I have these wonderful, beautiful cards that has you pick a singing bowl, and I have plenty of singing bowls to go around, and then read what it tells you to do. Now, it may say, place it on your belly. Maybe it says just hold it at your heart level. Maybe you're supposed to lie down and put it above your head on the mat, of course, and then gonging the bowl. And then there may be an affirmation for you to focus on and to work with, like I am calm and centered, for instance. So when we use bowls for meditation, it's essential to actively listen with intent and presence instead of just hearing them. You see, singing bowls provide a lot of information, and the song from the bowl can guide us in creating a really effective sound session. Now, I guide my clients if I'm working one-on-one, maybe in meditation instruction, or also in private sound healing sessions, that they become a listening presence rather than a passive receiver of sound, inviting them to engage with the sound from the bowl to help focus their mind and stop that steady stream of mind chatter. And you probably relate with that. I still have mind chatter, even though I've been meditating since 1980. It occurs, it happens. And so in meditation, we use ways that we can concentrate and focus, and whether it's our breath, whether it's a mantra, or whether it's a singing bowl. So ways that you can use the singing bowl and work with the singing bowl, basic techniques. If you have one with you, you can do this along with me, or you could try it later. And you don't really need that big of a bowl. This is a heart chakra bowl, so it's a little bit bigger, but I have smaller bowls that I use too. And whatever you have, just see what you can do with it. So we tap and sing are two things that we can do with the bowls. Now we can tap just below the rim, this is the rim here, with an upward motion, like that. Listening to that sound and letting it go into the silence. Isn't that beautiful? Now we can also sing it. And what that is taking the mallet and rubbing it around the outside of the rim. Now you don't want to hold it like this. You want to hold it like a pencil, going around the bowl. Now, if your bowl doesn't sing at first, you can just even give it a gentle tap and then start singing. This one likes to sing. It's really essential if you're going to work with even one bowl. You only need one bowl to work with. Usually Tibetan bowls are the best because they can work with all the layers within the energy centers and the koshas as well too, because there's harmonics and overlays of sound, overtones as well. But the important thing is to allow the singing bowl to be our teacher. Let it be your teacher. Allowing it to teach us valuable wisdom, such as loosening our grip. And I'll get into that in just a moment. Applying even pressure, being patient, going slow, and listening. So let's look at some of this now. So once again, tapping in an upward motion. And this sustained sound is part of the singing. So when we circle the mallet around the rim, it gives us a different way of hearing the bowl or listening to the bowl, right? And so what you do is just focus on the vibrations and the sounds that are created by the bowl, listening to those harmonies and layers and allowing them to bring you into a state of relaxation and peace. And as you listen to the sound, try to release any tension or stress in your body and focus on your breath. Let's do that again. So placing it on your palm. So one bowl is obviously different than when I do sound baths with lots of Tibetan bowls, crystal bowls, gongs, other instruments that I bring along or I have at my studio as well too. But let's take a look at these wonderful singing bowls and what you can work with them and how it can be your teacher. So there's different qualities, and if you don't have if you want to try a different sound instead of the mallet, you can use your fist, you can use your fingers, flicking it with your fingers. So you can hear different ways. There's a difference between even the suede side of the mallet as well as the wooden side of the mallet. And you can hear 2 to 4 notes when you sound your bowl. Sometimes there's lower frequencies, higher frequencies. When you're using the suede or something softer, you'll hear lower frequencies. So just play with the qualities of sound. That's what I love to do, is just play with the sound. So as you're playing with the qualities of sound, now there can be some valuable wisdom for you from the bowl as well. And quite frequently, I find if people are asking me about how to play their singing bowl, that sort of thing, if you're just developing your skills with the singing bowls, don't give up too fast. It's easy to give up too fast and to get frustrated when the bowl doesn't sing for the first time. And what you want to do is you want to spend time practicing with different kinds of mallets, using a variety of pressures and speeds. For instance, I have this much bigger mallet, which is really for this bowl. That even brings in a different sound as well too. The important thing is to listen with your whole body. Develop a relationship with your bowl and see what it has to teach. So, if your bowl won't sing, maybe you're tightly clutching it. So loosen your grip. The teaching here is to allow, be open, and let go of control. So when we're holding the mallet, we apply even and firm pressure using the whole arm, as you can see. And what it teaches us here is to be consistent. Another thing we can learn from our bowl is to be patient. Sometimes, depending on the bowl that you have, as I said, sometimes they might not sing right away. Sometimes you have to tap it. Sometimes you have to circle them even 10 times before any sound is produced. Now, if you heard some of that buzzing, that means I'm vibrating it too much. So I want to slow it down. So when we are working with the bowl, our teaching from the bowl can be to regroup, to breathe, to trust your skills, and to persevere. And as I was saying, you heard that chattering. Try to do it again. If you can hear that. What does that mean? That means I'm going too fast. And the teaching here is to go slow. You can't rush the healing energy. Just relax. So what else can we learn from our singing bowl? Well, the sounds have much to teach about energy and awakening, healing, and intuition. So the teaching here is to be a listening presence. Be aware. Be observant as well, too. And sometimes we're not that way, right? We allow that mind chatter to go. And we're not being observant. We're not paying attention. And certainly the song from the bowl, this beautiful song that's rising from the bowl, is the bowl singing through you. It's teaching you pure presence, and you're in the moment. So enjoy the journey. Sometimes the bowls won't sing if there's blockages. When I'm working one-on-one with people, sometimes that's what's going on. And so I may need to tap it several times, whether if I'm putting it on their belly or their chest or their back. And I may need to tap it a few times to break up the blockages. And that's another idea of working with the bowl. Now, certainly there's a lot of contraindications about putting it on the body, so you might want to check with me if you have epilepsy or if you have any implants or anything like that at all, because there's a whole list of contraindications. But you can listen to it outside of the body as well too. And certainly if you're pregnant, you don't want to have the bowl too close to your belly, and because it can cause issues as well too. So here we are using a singing bowl as we come to the end here. During your yoga or meditation practice can really be a powerful way to deepen your meditation, your mindfulness, and of course the overall sense of relaxation. So when you incorporate a singing bowl or other sound instruments into your practice, even gong. Sometimes I love to just come in this room here in my home. I have my bowls. I have a lot of bowls here, but I have a lot at the studio too. But I have a gong here at home too. And sometimes I like just to come in here and just gong it, just to allow that energy, that negative energy that I may be feeling, to pass on by and to release. So it doesn't matter what kind of instrument you use. Your voice, as I said, Om, or Om Mani Padme Hum, or I am centered and calm, whatever it is that you use. You can really connect to the present moment, enhancing that and creating a more peaceful and centered yoga or meditation experience. So just experiment with different techniques, with different instruments, and find what works best for you. And remember too, to always focus on your breath and your intention, right? So I know my clients have found a lot of benefit from sound healing, both online and in studio. And it's an excellent way to promote that deeper relaxation, to promote positive thinking. I like to share an affirmation or encourage a client to come up with their own affirmation or intention to use in a session. It's an excellent tool as well for release and healing, and also a greater sense of well-being. So by actively listening, when we do that, when we have intent and presence, and using some of these techniques that I've shared with you, you can really enhance the benefits of sound healing and allow the singing bowl to be your teacher. So I hope that you found this talk today a benefit to you. And if you have any questions about what I shared today, or if you want to know things a little bit more deeply, or if you want to set up an appointment to meet either in Madison or online, I'm happy to do that, to talk with you a little bit more, or to provide a session in sound healing or meditation instruction, or even mindfulness coaching. Whatever feels right for you, I'm here to support you. That's what peaceful wellness is all about, is supporting what is within us. And we need peace. Everything that occurs, our stresses, our conflicts, all this becomes dis-ease. And bringing ourselves to that place of inner peace can help us heal things in our mind, body, and also our spirit. It's really a gift that you give to yourself, and that's no denying it at all. It really is a gift. I know it's been of great benefit to me over the years. All three of those. The sound healing, the mindfulness, and the meditation. So I hope you will embrace this more in your current life. The path of your journey is yours, but it's great to have tools that will walk along with us. So my friends, thank you so much for listening today. And certainly you can go to my website at debphelps.com to learn even more. With that, I wish you peace.